So I finally am done at the storage unit. I won't be back for at least a month, simply because I also wore a mask inside because I was like, no flu for me. Just no. Yeah, I was inside the booth, and while I was inside the booth, on Sunday, the guy coughed and he has the flu, or had the flu, and did not cover his mouth, and I'm just like, no, just no, like, no. So, yeah, I'm like, no, I just can't, no. I need to wear a mask from here on out, so, yeah. Hence why I will be wearing masks. Also, I realized, like, I was going through some of my stuff, and I was like, hey, let me go ahead and grab the cream that my mom gave me. That's like $600 anti-aging cream or whatever. And so I realized that it's somewhere in my bath supplies, and my bath supplies are somewhere in hiding. It's in storage, somewhere in storage. So yeah, I'm just like, no. And then also I add in like a bunch of games that I got completely free, and then a bunch of puzzles that I also got completely free. Also, you know how I was like, you know what, I have these books, I purposely got the books to like destroy them. That sounds weird, but basically I'm like, well, let me go ahead and get these books where I can just go ahead and put whatever in them. I finally figured out what I'm going to do with them. So I went ahead, and by the way, it's 10:52. I got at the house about 9:40, so it took me a little over an hour of like moving stuff out there and then arranging them. So yeah. What else was there? Yeah, so I got all that out. It's an actual cup. Okay. Yeah, so I got all that out. Yeah. I don't know what I'll do with all of those. I have enough to fill up a whole shelf, a whole bookshelf, whether puzzles or games. I have enough for all of that. It reminds me of one of my old roommates, where I was like, why do you have over 100 cups? I have probably around that amount. I'm just like, you know what, I really want to like move into a place, whether it's an apartment or a house or something, go through all of my stuff and basically like sell them. Not everything, but like sell a lot of the tumblers that I have, because I'm like, technically I only need like 2, maybe 3 at the most. And then so yeah, go ahead and sell them. They could be for like $1 or $1.50. A lot of the stuff I've gotten for free, so it doesn't really matter. So I make a profit on it. The Christmas tree, like let's say there's another Christmas tree where I'm at, or like basically let's say I move into a place and it's with somebody else, and it's like basically let's say I get married, and I would love to get married. Let's say I go ahead and am there for like, yeah, so I get married, like I would be happy to sell the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree is great and cute, but like I can sell it for $5, and then technically that Christmas tree, like original price was like almost $50, and I paid $5 for it. So even if I sell it for $10, or like the other idea is basically I keep it and have all the Christmas tree decorations, which the Christmas tree decorations that I have, they only like, it fills up a little less than a whole box. So it's like, you know what, this will work. Like, so yeah, it doesn't fill up yeah. In terms of books, I have so many books. I'm like, you know what, I could go ahead and put this on a list of books to read, and then go ahead and save them, like don't like sell them, and then basically you read them as life goes on, and like basically go to that. Sorry. So basically I can, all the books that I want to get rid of, go ahead and put them on a list of books to read, and then after I do that, go ahead and sell those books, and then I can borrow the books that I do want to read from the library. So yeah. Also, I realized that there's some books in which I got purposely for destroying, like basically doing whatever with them, basically. Well, what it is that I go ahead and collect memorabilia, basically, where it's like, oh, it's movie ticket, or like, you know, I went and saw this movie, or like this went and happened, and I did this with a friend of mine, or something similar to that. Well, I realized I can go ahead and tape all that memorabilia into those books, because, and what gave me the idea was basically the school that I went and visited. She went ahead and she gave out stuff for students to use, and basically take that stuff and tape it inside of those books, inside of those composition books. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I'm basically going to do that, because I'm like, what else am I going to do with any of it? Like, nothing. So yeah, I was like, I'll go ahead and do that. So yeah. Yeah. Also, my roommate talked to, I'm not sure if I told you this or not, but my roommate got tired of like eating a lot of ramen. So she asked her parents, can you make me food? So they made enough food for like her and both like me and the other roommate. So we have enough to now like be okay for a while. Basically they made enough for like, how long would I say? A week, like if we were only eating that. Now, however, we are not only eating that. We are going to be eating other stuff. So this food will probably last us about 2 weeks instead of a week. So, yay. Yeah. Unfortunately, also, her transmission went out, and I was like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry. And it's because, like, she realized it went out whenever she put her vehicle in reverse, and she pressed on the gas, and it did not go. And I'm just like, oh my, no. Like, just no. And so, yeah, her transmission went out. I was like, well, you could do a rebuilt transmission is like, I think whenever my transmission went out on one of my vehicles, it was like $1,500. And then another transmission, like whenever I took my vehicle out to another place, for the transmission, no, not to another place. Sorry. They're like, we can rebuild it for like $1,400, or we can get a transmission from a junkyard. We don't know what kind of shape it is in. All we know is that'll work. And so they're like, that can be around $600. So I remember like they got one transmission from the junkyard, and it was cracked. Or like basically, yeah, it was cracked. Some part of it was broken. So even if they put it in, it would not work at all. So they ended up getting rid of that one, and they got another transmission. Sorry, a car went by, the tail lights and the headlights are blinking, and whenever it went by, it sounded weird. You know, where it's, I don't know. Hopefully they get that fixed soon. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so, okay, the car's being really quiet. But yeah, so there's that. And then also I finally got most of the stuff out of my vehicle. Yay! Including audiobooks, games. What else was there? So audiobooks, games, and then puzzles. I realized I have chess inside of, yeah. I told the guy that basically I'll be back in like a month. I was like, I only have enough for like 1 month. I just started a job recently, and I'm only working 1 day a week. It's a job, at least. And so I was like, I'll go ahead and I'll pay you like $200 next month. So yeah, because like he sort of relies on the money, I guess, maybe. But yeah, I was like, let me go ahead and bring all this stuff in that I've been accumulating over the past like month or two. And then whenever I do that, then it's like, yeah, they're all, let him assume that they are all Christmas gifts. Because all in all, like the puzzles and the games, I got for free. So yeah, there's no point to it. I mean, like basically it was free, so it's sort of like a gift. And then aside from that, like the audiobooks I got for maybe like $10. Usually audiobooks are like $40-$50 each. So yeah, I got them for like $10. So it's like super cheap. Maybe $11. I don't know. So yeah, got it for a really, really low price. Let's see, what else is there? Yeah, I went ahead and like put stuff up. And then what I really need to do also is, I'll probably only do this over a 4-hour period because the place is full of dust mites, is that basically move some of the stuff into one of the containers that's like in good shape, because 1 or 2 of the boxes that I have are broken for the lids. And so once I move that into one of those boxes, then I can move everything out, or like throw away that box that's broken and then put signs up that says like exactly what is in it. So yeah, but yeah, one of my goals basically, like whenever I move into an actual place, basically go through all of the stuff and like start selling it, put it up for a garage sale basically. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of books, I have kitchenware, I have bathroom stuff, I have a lot of perfume. Like I had no idea, like over Christmas I would get some more perfume. So I have a lot of perfume. So what I plan on doing, because I have so much perfume, is basically use up these perfumes, like put some on every single time I leave the dormitory, because it's like I have 2 new bottles, like full bottles. One is a body mist and the other one is actual perfume. So I'll go ahead and go through those, and then I have like 4 or 5 perfumes back in storage. So from once those are gone, then I'll go ahead and start using the other perfumes and body mists that I have, and just basically go through those like crazy and be like, woohoo. Now I'm not going to take it and like pour it over me. That's a little excessive. But I would definitely like to go ahead and like actually use it on a daily basis. And then also what's nice is that because I have lotion, I will definitely be using the lotions. Yeah. Hopefully one day I can use the face cream, or like the anti-aging cream that my mom gave me like a couple years ago. Yeah, I can start putting it on me and using it. I just need to find it. It's somewhere in storage. I think I know where it's at. But yeah, hopefully I can go through all of this stuff one day in the future and like sort through them. So yeah. I also have like 3, 4, maybe 5 chapsticks. It reminds me of what was it? As I was taking the Christmas tree down, I was going through and I was like making a note of, okay, I have this many, I have Christmas tree ornaments from this date and this date and this date. And then I was like, I have like 3 Christmas tree ornaments from Florida. And then I found another one. I have 4 Christmas tree ornaments from Florida. Like, what in the world? Like, why do I have so many Christmas tree ornaments? The answer to that is that while I was in Florida, I went ahead and, with Florida, I went ahead and I was hung out with a friend from Florida. No, wait, sorry. When I was in Destin, Florida, I ended up buying, I think, 2 Christmas tree ornaments that were super cheap. So it was like, yay, super cheap tree ornaments, about $4 each. You usually don't find that for that cheap, but yeah, I found it there. And then I went and hung out with a friend over at Amelia Island, Florida. And it was like memento. Like, I went to remember this time, place with my friend. And so I ended up going out with my friend, and basically I think I spent maybe $10 on that Christmas tree ornament. And then let's see, what else was there? So I did that, and then, let's see, so I did that, so that was 3. 4th one was because I went to the Jacksonville, Florida Zoo, so I did that, and it was with 2 other friends of mine. So I have a Christmas tree ornament from that, and that was back in 2017, 18. So that's 4, and then the 5th Christmas tree ornament is actually from, I can't remember when. I think I was like down in, I think it was when I was at Busch Gardens. Yeah, Busch Gardens. So I have a Christmas tree ornament from Busch Gardens. I'm honestly really glad that I'm getting Christmas tree ornaments as souvenirs versus other stuff, because I will actually use the Christmas tree ornaments as like the souvenirs, and I'll keep them and I'll actually use them. So yay. So there's that, and then along with that, yeah, so hence why I have 5 Christmas tree ornaments from Florida, which like the Destin, Florida, I didn't really need, because I have like 3 other Christmas tree ornaments to help me remember like different times that I was hanging out with friends. And then along with that, I also have some that have to do with like flying when I was over in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. And then I also have, so I have all of those. I'm really hoping to basically, I would like to get Christmas tree ornaments one day from all 50 states. And then maybe some that have to do with animals, or like, for example, zoos, for example. Or like ones that are bulbs, so the the ones that look like bowls, basically, that you put up on Christmas trees. And so maybe I can get that for one time, but yeah, maybe like as time goes on, I can collect different styles of Christmas tree ornaments, whether it's the bowls or like something else. So yeah. Because my roommate can't go to England, unfortunately. I was like, I'll go ahead and kind of make a list and like see if there's any places I can go to. And she mentioned about she wants to go and see the Celtic castle. So I'm gonna see if I can take photos of the Celtic castle while I'm up there. So yeah, I need to text a friend of mine. So the lady who I was an au pair for her, I need to go ahead and text her and be like, how are you? By the way, can I send your mom some more audiobooks, because I have like 20 I can send to her. So yeah, that way she has something to listen to occasionally, maybe. So yeah. And then I may see about getting a job at Kroger's. So yeah. I have so much different lotions. So I have the one for my hands. I have ones that smell good that I put on my legs and my arms, because it doesn't need as good of a lotion. So I have all that. And then the other lotion that I have, somebody's being dropped off. No, they're in my parking spot. They're leaving though, I think. So I have that kind of lotion, and then I also have, what's the other kind of lotion I have? The one for anti-aging cream. So I have all of those. But yeah, oh neat. My guess is that basically this, so this is the community college van. So my guess is that they picked up the person from the airport. You're moving? Yay! Picked them up for the airport, and they were landing, and they were able to get some people to help them. So yeah. There we go. Yay! But yeah, so life is good. Times are good. I have way too much stuff. I'm more than happy, to sell a lot of it, because except for puzzles, I really want to go through the puzzles, because puzzles are also not cheap. And every time I come across it, I'm like, you know what? This is honestly, I wanted a puzzle, and it comes at just the right time too. Like, it's a God timing. I would have to definitely say that. So yeah, but yeah, I have a lot of stuff in my trunk. Well, not a lot of stuff. I have stuff in my trunk that I can go ahead and take and such. You know, a part of me is like, I wish I left or like kept an extra puzzle, but I have one puzzle up in my room that I still haven't used. So I'm like, okay, never mind. I need to do that puzzle first. Then I can start being like, I'm going to do more. So yeah. I still remember at one point I was doing a puzzle, and I was like, all right, time to go to bed. And one of the roommates or suite mates was Japanese, and she's like, no, we're going to finish this first. I was like, when the Japanese says we're going to finish it first, we're going to finish it first. So it's like, never mind. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, also I did see your siblings' event. I'm excited. That sounds like a lot of fun. Where it's like basically people are going to be doing like guessing the right song. Hopefully they get the right song, whether in like one genre or another. And so yeah, overall I think it'll be a blast. Especially with two different genres. There's also country rock, for example. Or at least I've heard some. Like, take that back. I imagine that's a genre. Oh, speaking of music, I went ahead and started listening to some of the songs that you guys listed in the recent video that you put. So, and then also I listened to Blurred Lines. And I started listening to Word Crimes, and then I arrived at the house, and I was like, all right, time to go ahead and focus on getting this stuff done as soon as possible. So yeah, I started listening to that, and then also the one about Goodbye the Horse. I was surprised. That one's really good. Like, it's really good. With how good it is, it honestly reminds me of, what's that one show? It was actually really catchy. Not Blue Collar. It was about police officers. The Rookie. It was called The Rookie. So I was watching The Rookie, and I saw just random clips, and at one point it was like a song about police officers, and I'm like, this is really catchy. Like, it's really good and really catchy. So yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, where they create a song specifically for that. So yeah, that overall was really cool, really good. I really liked it. So there was that, and then the other one was I'm gonna go to bed soon. I think maybe. I also need to make Turkish coffee because I have so much of it. So yeah, I think I'll basically put it downstairs, so that way it forces me to make it. Also today I went ahead and bought 2 sets of silverware. It was like $2 versus, like, if I went ahead and did the plasticware, I think it's $4 or $5 for a box of 100. I was like, let me just get a couple sets of that, so that way I'll be good. And then, what else? I got a paring knife, so that way if we want to cut anything, I have that. Or at least the roommate has it for like chives. So got that, and then what else did I get? So I got 2 sets of that. And I got something else. I got avocado. Oh, yeah. What happened? This is kind of funny. So I went ahead and parked, and then I brought some stuff inside after I was done at Walmart. And some of the stuff that I got was a wash rag and avocado, because I haven't had an avocado in a while. I was like, I miss avocado. And what ended up happening was that I looked around, and I realized I didn't bring that inside. So I looked around and I was like, okay, you know what? I bet it's out of the car. Kind of. So I went ahead and I say kind of because I went ahead and let's see, I'll make sure I have everything. And I have another perfume. Do I have a fourth one? I have hairspray. But yeah, I have another perfume in the world. I have so much hairspray, or not hairspray, I have so much perfume. So anyways, what did I end up doing? So I eventually go outside because I'm like, okay, I need to take some stuff outside for like puzzles and such and games and at least get it over to the house. And my dad's been bugging me about this check, which is soon. So I found the avocado on the ground by the car, and then I found my bag on my trunk. I was like, I'm glad it's still there. I'm really glad it's still there. Okay, so we are now going to, let's see, is there anything in the trunk? I think tomorrow I'll go ahead and cash that check. It's a neat giveaway. I have audiobooks I can definitely give away. I have this. Oh yeah, I found this. So this is actually something I made over at the church that I visited occasionally. Like in August I made this. So yeah, what I'll do is that I'll place some of this stuff in here because why not? I have a bag. Why not use it? Oh yeah! I still need to make something with that. Sorry, it was like a book in which it's like, hey, let's make stuff from this. We haven't made anything from it. Okay, there's oh no! I forgot to take one of those DVDs inside. School of Rock. Okay, there's that. You donate that. And then I have like, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 audiobooks that I'm just like, I need to get rid of. Yep. Some of them are by Dean Koontz, Thomas Perry, Ready Player One. Some of them are by Lisa Sell. Was it? And then I end up, James Patterson? I end up picking up a lot of audiobooks by James Patterson because he's so popular that it's like, he does a lot of books and they get turned to audiobooks. So yeah, it's like, yay, it's a win-win. Okay. Oh, it feels good out here. It feels really good. Okay, so, moment of truth. I'm going to open this up. And I told my dad earlier, like, yeah, I'll owe about $8,000. And then plus, like, any other fees, which I don't know how much the other fees will be. And he's like, well, it should cover most of it. Maybe not all of it, but at least most of it. So I'm happy about that. So you get to see my reaction to... And I think I'll go to the bank tomorrow. And basically, sorry, I realize you probably can't hear me. I'll go to the bank tomorrow and basically we'll cash the check then. Because I need to get that done, taken care of. Because if I wait, they're like, we didn't do it early enough. I'm sorry, we can't do anything. Okay. And then food. Moment of truth. Oh, yeah, and also in regards to your sibling, I think it's awesome, especially that they will have Latin food, especially if it's good Latin food. I miss not truck food, but like, okay. Not truck food, but basically like food where, okay. Not truck stop, but food truck food. I do miss that because it's just really, really good. Okay, so this is to me. And survey says Christmas is a beautiful time to reach out to the special people in our lives. It's all in cursive. My roommate cannot read cursive. It's a perfect time for remembering with gratitude someone as wonderful as you. And it's a really pretty Christmas card, honestly. And, okay, you have a warmth that shines from your heart and a joy you share with others in ways that bring such happiness. Wishing you a wonderful Christmas. Love, Grandpa. Okay, so it is not $8,000, but it is $5,000. This will definitely, I knew about it because my dad has been talking about it, and he was like, yeah, Grandpa sent me and your sister, like, money, basically sent a check. So he's old, and it's like, what else is he going to do with the money? Like, he has enough saved up for retirement and such, so, yeah, because once he's dead, like, he'll have some money that he's able to, like, do that with, but not everyone, so, yeah. I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up, go get this check cash for $5,000 at Chase Bank. Call my grandpa about it. Oh boy. I think they will probably need to talk to him in order to verify it. And then see if I can talk to him. I don't know what day. So the reason why I say that is because tomorrow morning I'm supposed to be hanging out with a friend of mine. It's to the lady who's retired, or, used to babysit me. And then either tomorrow night or Wednesday, what's tomorrow? Tuesday? Tomorrow night or Wednesday morning, afternoon, I'm supposed to be going out with another friend of mine for lunch. Which again, the $5,000 will really help me. And then especially since my dad is wanting to be paid back, this, like, the $5,000 will 100% help me with, like, all of it. Well, not all of it, but with a lot of it. So that way, like, yeah. So this will help tremendously. Which I'm so thankful for. And it's not like, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. It's like, no, this will pay for my schooling. And then I just have like $2,000. So like 5,500 will call it for my schooling. And then about 2,000 will actually go ahead and cover. What else will it cover? Schooling, and then the other 2,000 is supposed to cover for the trip to England. So yeah. I will be getting Christmas tree ornaments while in England, because it's like, my souvenirs. I mean, I want to try the good food, but I also want to do Christmas tree ornaments because it's England and it's London, and I want to see if I can get some of that. I think that would be amazing, honestly. Get some Christmas tree ornaments from there of like different mementos areas. So yeah, this will help me a bit. It really, really will. Yeah, and then my dad, so this will help quite a bit. I'm excited. $5,000, man. Now, if it was $10,000, like, I'm good. I'm definitely good. But do I need 10,000? Actually, yeah, I do. It will help fix my car and, like, yeah. So it would definitely help out in terms of that. Yeah. I may use like 4,500 for school, and then the other 500 for like gas or anything else that I need right then and there. That way I don't have to wait on my dad or like job or anything like that. So yeah, it'll help quite a bit. So I'm happy. Anyways, but yeah, tomorrow I need to go ahead and do all of that. And they said that basically in order to move into the dorm, I have to have a payment plan or something else set up. So I'll go ahead and have that set up. Have my dad pay for it, basically. I want to... Okay, this might be maybe a little mean. I'm going to have my roommate read this because it's in cursive. And cursive, honestly, for me, it's not that hard. But since she was like, I don't know how to read cursive, I wonder. I do admit, I think my grandmother was very frugal to the point where I asked my grandpa what he wished she did more of. And he's like, he wished he traveled more. But also, like, I don't think my grandparents really traveled a whole lot. I mean, they did come down here to visit, and I think they did go out and do some other stuff. But, yeah. Alright, there's the bag. And my purse. So, yeah. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope that you have a great day. Let me know if there's... There we go. Anything else you want to talk about, and I'll be able to respond tomorrow. So, yeah. Actually, you may end up seeing this in the morning. No, this should be uploaded within, like, maybe 5 minutes. So, yeah. Okay, so I have that. But I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about. And I will respond, the key was on a weird way. So I will respond today, or Tuesday. So yeah. Bye. I love you. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about. So yeah.